I think freedom for everybody is priceless. We think we have it in this country. You know, like my freedom had been ripped from me. I'd been accused of lying. I'd been accused of things that I hadn't done.
It was an act of kindness that led to decades of torment. In 1993, Queensland man Terry Irving loaned his car for a few hours to a man he'd met playing pool at the pub. His car was connected to an armed bank robbery in Cairns later that day. Despite not matching the description of the robber, he was charged with the crime.
It was a completely scary and horrifying set of circumstances that led to him being imprisoned for a crime that he could not have committed and did not commit.
Terry Irving was found guilty at trial and sentenced to 8 years behind bars at Townsville's Stewarts Creek jail. And it's likely he would have been forced to serve the duration of his sentence if not for meeting the new solicitor in town, Michael O'Keefe.
I didn't have much trouble at all in deciding that this guy had been railroaded and had been treated disgracefully by the state of Queensland.
Unable to get funding for legal aid, his solicitor worked at night for free to help Terry fight his conviction. And in 1997, 4 years to the day since his guilty verdict, Terry's conviction was quashed by the High Court, and later the charges against him dropped.
And then our battle really began.
A battle still being waged to this day, fighting for compensation from the Queensland government and an apology. In 2022, the Supreme Court ruled Terry had been the victim of a malicious prosecution.
In Terry's case, there was a specific finding by the courts that a detective investigating that matter had acted with malice. She'd intentionally done the wrong thing.
A hearing in May will determine how much compensation Terry receives in damages as a result of his malicious prosecution. But it's an apology he wants more than money.
We'd call the government to look at an ex gratia payment. Ex gratia does mean act of grace or as a favour, and we'd call on them to do everyone a favour and to resolve the matter with an apology to Terry with reasonable compensation.
The state government has responded, saying as the matter is before the courts, it would be inappropriate to comment.
I've had so many people saying to me over the years, 31 years, you know, like, why don't you just get on with your life, you know, like let these things go. But how can I do that?